Shalom, GMS all in sit downs coming with a lesson. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS for teaching me this truth. Peace and salutations to the elect out there that's pushing this word in sincerity and in truth all over the four corners of the earth. It's the brother Tazah Bashar coming again with a response to a comment that this woman Angelina Osai did. She asked if I could make a video, and basically what she writes is, can you do a video about Hebrew women, Hebrew women, I think she meant to say, in the new earth, speaking about the kingdom. I heard you talking about virgins. Are those new creations or reincarnations? She's asking, like, I heard you talking about virgins, question mark, are those new creations or reincarnations of the old world? Basically, that's what we're gonna discuss in this lesson. And I'm gonna start with 1 Corinthians. Let me start at 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verse 38. But the Most High giveth it a body as it had pleased him, and to every seed his own body. All flesh is not the same flesh, but there is one kind of flesh of man, and another flesh of beasts, another of fishes, and another of birds. So every creature has a different body. Every creature has a different type of flesh. This axes out that theory of the so-called white man that we come from monkeys or we come from apes. Apes have the flesh of beasts, and we have the flesh of man. So we are not the same flesh. So with that, the evolution theory is xed out. Another of fishes and another of birds. There are also celestial bodies. Exactly. Celestial bodies. So those are heavenly bodies, because if you look up the word, I believe it's cielo, cielo, cielo in the Antillean language is heaven. Let me put it in Latin. Spanish, I believe. You see? Cielo. So that's cielo. In Papiamento we say cielo. So that's where the celestial comes from cielo. So it means heavenly bodies, that dwell in the fourth dimension, the place where Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, the spirits, the angels, Yahweh Shai dwell. So it says there are also celestial bodies and bodies terrestrial. Now again, if you go into the Spanish, Latin, or basically the slave language of the islands, terra means earth. So you also have terrestrial bodies, which means earthly bodies. But the glory of the celestial is one, and the glory of the terrestrial is another. Because the celestial don't have sex. The celestial don't have to eat. But then terrestrial people, they do eat. They do have sex. They do reproduce. So that's another. So there are differences between a celestial, a heavenly body, and an earthly body. There is one glory of the sun and another of the moon. Okay, so now I want to jump to let me see, verse 50. So this First Corinthians chapter 15, verse 50. Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High, neither doth corruption inherit incorruption. Exactly. So the kingdom is gonna be incorruptible. The kingdom is gonna be fully righteous, fully clean, and pure. So the corruption of this old world will not inherit the new world, you know. So Angelina, she asked like, are those new creations or reincarnations, you know? And basically the answer to her question is new creations, and but also reincarnations, you know. And we're gonna go further into that. So both of these things are right. So now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High, neither doth corruption inherit incorruption. So to begin with, um, these old, weak, defiled, corruptible bodies are not gonna inherit the kingdom of the Heavenly Father, man. Even though a woman is a virgin, even though she's clean, so to speak, even that body is not gonna inherit the kingdom, man. Because it says that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High, neither doth corruption inherit incorruption. And then you might say, like, what? Basically she's not corrupted, but she is, man. Whenever your body gets sick, or whenever your body is in a low immune system, which our bodies are all have a low immune system, due to the chemtrails that the so-called white man is spraying over the earth, the food that we eat. So that's corruption, man. So that's never gonna inherit the kingdom of the Heavenly Father, man. You know. Let me see. God, let me jump to Jeremiah chapter 3 verse 1. It says, they say, if a man put away his wife, and she go from him, and become another man's, shall he return unto her again? So if you put away your wife, and then she goes and she goes to have sex with another man and become his wife, and then she leaves him and wants to come back to you, are you gonna take her back then? Shall not that land be greatly polluted? For thou hast played the harlot with many lovers, yet return again to me, said Yahweh. So the Heavenly Father is explaining like, hey, is a man gonna return to his ex-wife when she has been sleeping with other men? That land is gonna be greatly polluted, man. A woman will be polluted, you know. So that, first and foremost, that is not gonna inherit the kingdom, man. So yes, they will be virgins, you know. They will be virgins, man. You're not gonna bring corruption, a greatly polluted thing, into the kingdom of heaven, man. Deuteronomy chapter 24 verse 1. When a man had taken a wife and married her, and it come to pass that she find no favor in his eyes, because he had found some uncleanness in her, then let him write her a bill of divorcement, and give it in her hand, and send her out of his house. So they separate. Basically, the man puts away his woman. And when she is departed out of his house, she may go and be another man's wife. And if the latter husband hate her, so a man puts away his wife, and she goes and lays down with another man, and the latter husband hate her, and write her a bill of divorcement, and giveth it in her hand, and sendeth her out of his house, of the latter, or if the latter husband die, which took her to be his wife, her former husband, which sent her away, may not take her again to be his wife, after that she is defiled. So she's defiled, man. Defiled with what? The seed of another man. The seed of another man is still in that body. There's a video on YouTube that a doctor basically explains, like, look, all the seeds that have been pumped in a woman, basically, in a spiritual aspect, they carry spirits, because the DNA of every man is still in the body of a woman, man. They have found DNA from multiple men in the brain cells of a woman, you know, because she's sucking the rods, you know. They have found DNA cells of multiple men in the spine of a woman, so that's why the scriptures say, and both shall be one flesh. Basically, um, when a woman becomes the wife of a man, um, they become one, because now his DNA is being pumped into the woman's body, you know. So then, if another man comes in, he's defiling basically what was yours, man. So you should not take it back, because that woman is defiled, man. For that is an abomination before Yahweh, and thou shalt not cause the land to sin, which Yahweh thy power giveth thee for an inheritance. Okay, so now it's clear that these women out there that are laying with all these men, you know, their body is not gonna inherit the kingdom of the heavenly Father, because it's already defiled. Basically, it's already defiled by the first man that comes in unto her. But then, basically, not for the man that does it. And then, if she lays down with another man, you know, she's 100% defiled, man. So, hey, that 100% goes for you women out there, because hey, having had sex, I believe you say it like that, with multiple men, let's say at least more than 6 7 men, is normal in this wicked world we live in. For a woman to have had sex with a 7 8 men in her lifetime, that's nothing, man. That's the minimum, you know. For these women, that's nothing. You got women out there that have slept with hundreds of men, you know, in their beginning 30s. So they all defiled, man. So that's X'd out, man. Their bodies are not gonna come into the kingdom of heaven. So going back to 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 50. Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High, neither doth corruption inherit incorruption. So you see, this is corruption, man. What I just showed you, a woman that is being defiled because she has laid with multiple men, that's not gonna inherit the kingdom of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua, man. Now, what if you'd say, yeah, she hasn't slept with a man at all? She's clean. She's a virgin. Well, let me grab Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28, verse 61, which is one of the curses. What is on my internet? Hey, you know, Zacarhy, it will come up later, but hey, this is the blessing, man. So I'm gonna read that instead. This is Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 14. Thou shalt be blessed above all people. There shall not be male or female barren among you, or among your cattle. You know, so not a female nor a male is gonna be barren, meaning not able to have children in the kingdom. You know. So the scripture popped up, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 61. Also every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, then will the Most High bring upon thee until thou be destroyed. So this was one of the curses, man, that the Heavenly Father laid upon us. Sicknesses, weak bodies, you know, weak bodies, man. So that's also corruption. If your body gets sick, after walking in the rain or after eating something um, that wasn't good anymore, or something that something simple, um, that's corruption, man. That's a weak body, and something that's incorruptible is something. Let me just look at the word, man, to put the thick layer of understanding upon it, man. What is incorruption? Incorruption. So it says incorruption.
Strong's G 861. Aphtharsia. Aphtharsia.
Incorruption. Perpu. Hey, I'm not even gonna pronounce that, man. Purity, sincerity, incorrupt. Something that cannot be corrupted. Here it says incorruptible. Yes, incorruption, perpetuity. Hey, let me look at the word, man. Because I don't like the looks of it. Not knowing what it means.
Perpetuity. Perpetuity.
Perpetuity. Okay. So it says the state of quality of lasting forever. A bond of the security with no fixed maturity date. A restriction making an interest in the land. No, it's nonsense. Yeah, it says concerning the law. In the Latin, continuing throughout. So you are a continuing vessel, a vessel that can't be stopped. No maturity date. You're a vessel that can't be stopped, man. You're incorrupt. No sickness, no disease, no defects like not being able to get pregnant is gonna come upon you, man. But hey, the curses was real, man. Sicknesses. So now we corruptible because these sicknesses are able to come upon us. So that's not gonna be in the kingdom, man. So if you would say a woman is a virgin, is she gonna make it into the kingdom? Hey, the body that she has is not gonna make it, man. So to answer a question, she will be made a new creation. She will be made a new creation. Her spirit is still gonna be in that new body, but she will receive a new body, man. A body that's incorruptible. Back to Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 14. She will be incorruptible, man. Thou shalt be blessed above all people. There shall not be male or female barren among you. So these women, hey, you pop them, they're gonna get pregnant, man. Every year, your woman will be pregnant, man, with your child. Let me see. Every year, is that possible? Because the purification time with daughter is 66 days, I believe, and with the boy it's 41 days. So 41 is like 1.5 a month, and yeah, it could be possible, you know. But let's say every 1.5 year, you know, your woman could become pregnant, man, or among your cattle, and Yahweh will take away from thee all sicknesses. So how is the Heavenly Father gonna take away the sicknesses? By making you an incorruptible body, man, a body that cannot get sick, a body that will be strong, a body that, you know, has no maturity date, a state of quality of lasting forever, man. That's what our bodies will be, you know, in the kingdom. So it says, verse 15, and Yahweh will take away from thee all sicknesses, and will put none of the evil diseases of Egypt, which thou knowest, upon thee, but will lay them upon all them that hate thee. Exactly, because the curses are going to land upon the heads of our enemies, man. Pursuing to Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7. And it says, and Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. You know? So all these curses that you read in Deuteronomy 28 will fall upon our enemies, man. And also these corruptible bodies that we have, they will still have. But we are going to be something else, man. You know, like it says in 1 Corinthians 15 and 51, behold, I will show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, meaning we are not all going to be put to death, you know, because the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua has chosen a remnant that's going to be saved, you know, a remnant that will be saved out of this hellhole, man. The 144,000, but the 144,000 are going to have wives on this side, are going to have children on this side, you know, and the children, up to 12 years, I believe, will be saved through the man, and the wife will also be saved by the man, you know, that's doing the work for Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, that's pushing the work, a word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, you know. So if the man will be saved, the woman and the children, the young children will be saved with him, man. So it says, behold, I will show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall be changed. Exactly. So when the elect is sealed, the destruction has come, and the man of Yahweh Shai are going to be beamed up, you know, and the people that will not sleep, men and women and children, they are going to be changed, man. Changed into a body that's allowed to enter into the kingdom. Because verse 50 says, flesh and blood cannot enter into the kingdom of the Most High. Neither doth corruption inherit. So what we will receive are going to be extraterrestrial bodies, you know, superhuman bodies, so to speak, that cannot get sick, that cannot have defects. So to answer the question of Angelina, that's a new creation, man. That's a new creation right there, man. You know, the women that are gonna make it by their husbands, through their husbands, they are gonna be new creations, man. You know, but since they made it to the other side, they are gonna live to talk about it, man. You know, if they make it through it, if their bodies will be saved, if they are not gonna sleep, like the scriptures say, we shall not all sleep, then these men and women, will become newly created extraterrestrial bodies, man, that are gonna live to tell the difference, man, between yesterday and today, when they enter into the kingdom. So basically that's part one of the answer. Verse 51, behold, I will show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall be changed. The extraterrestrial body. Verse 52, in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. At the last trump. So when these last plagues are coming upon the earth, which is going to be the nuclear missiles, dropping upon America, World War III, then we will be changed in the twinkling of an eye, man. So you blink your eyes and you will have a new body. For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible. The dead shall be raised incorruptible. The scriptures say we dead in Yahushua, man, but also the physically dead. The man of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, the servants that died before the destruction came, they are going to be changed first, man. The scriptures even say that we are not going to prevent them, meaning we are not going to come before those that die in the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. So we are going to be new creations, man and woman. And in that way, the woman is going to have a new body, so she will be a virgin. Verse 53, for corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. So we're going to be immortal, man. Going on, 2 Peter's chapter 3, let's see, verse 13, nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. Man that laid down with undefiled women. Because if you lay down, basically nowadays everyone is committing adultery, man. Everyone is committing adultery, because when you lay down with a woman that already had a man and the man is not dead, basically that's already adultery, man. But yeah, what can you do in this wicked world, man, where everything is supposed to be normal? And of course you gotta please Yahweh Hashem to the best of your ability, but this ain't the kingdom yet, so to speak. Nevertheless, we according to his promise, so the man of Yahweh Hashem Shai, according to the promise, will look for new heavens and new earth, man, because the kingdom of Yahweh Hashem Shai, yasharahla, is gonna be placed here upon earth, man. So, new heaven and new earth, a heaven in the sight of the children of Israel, and a hell in the sight of these heathens, man, wherein dwelleth righteousness. So, to answer the other side of the question, or reincarnation of the old world, like it said, we shall not all sleep, but the majority of the people are gonna sleep. In America, 2/3 of the Israelites are gonna be put to death. So those females, those women, they're gonna be put to death, and they are gonna come back through reincarnation. And it's good that you know that reincarnation is in the scriptures, man. They're gonna come back through reincarnation, through the seed, through the lineage of the man that made it to the other side. Created by a man and a woman. And there are gonna be plenty of children in the kingdom, because it's gonna be time to sow again. You know, like Ecclesiastes says, Ecclesiastes chapter 3. Internet stripping today, I see. Um, Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1. To, to everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted, and the time to pluck up is approaching, man. So it's not really a time to plant. It's not a time to reproduce. Even though certain things can happen, of course. Boom, you put a child upon the earth, you know. But it's not a time to do so, man. It's not a time to make children, because the time to pluck up is approaching, man. Wherein the angels and the elect are gonna change and basically become hunters, man, and pluck up those that don't want to bow down to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. They didn't want to listen, and they are gonna be put to sleep, you know, in order for them to return through the reincarnation, and then of course they will be handed out first virgins, and they will be given to other men. So Yahweh be of the elect. When I uh I'ma have daughters, you know, uh at a certain age they will be given unto they will be married unto Akyam, man. You know, they will, we the elect is gonna have a strong bond together, because through reincarnation the elect will be familiar with each other, man. You know, so daughters are gonna be, families are gonna come together, and daughters will be given unto, man, for the marriage, man. And they will be virgins. Why? Because they either because they come back through the reincarnation. You know, they are created with the new creations that made it to the other side, man. So where was I? This is First John chapter 3 verse 2. Beloved, now are we the sons of the Most High. Let me start at verse 1. Behold, what manner of love the Father had bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of the Most High. Therefore the world knoweth us not. Exactly. The world knoweth us not, man. The people of the world, they look at us like, hey, y'all ain't shit, man. That's why a guy like Kendrick Lamar, Jay-Z, Kodak Black, guys like that, when they so-called wake up to the truth, hey, everyone is going crazy, man. But they don't realize who the true men of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai are. They don't realize who the true men are, which are going to have fame in the kingdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, which are going to have fame and praise in the kingdom, man. That's why the scriptures say, therefore the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not. Because the people that really know Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, they can see the man of the Lord, man. They can see them doing the work, pushing the truth out there, doing the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. If you know Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, you will see his man, and you will not rejoice in fucking sellout celebrities waking up, man. Verse 2. Beloved, now are we the sons of the Most High, and it doth not yet appear what we shall be exactly. The people that see us in the highways and byways, the people that see the elect in the highways and byways, they don't see what they are gonna be. So let me read it again. Beloved, now are we the sons of the Most High, and it doth not yet appear what we shall be. Exactly. So because people don't know what you're gonna be in the kingdom yet, they will not realize how they talk to you, or how they approach you, or with what kind of slander, scoffing, or whatever they come, man. That's why these scoffers, they're gonna be shocked, man. When the 144,000 will change their bodies, man, and become hunters. But we know that when he shall appear, speaking about Yahushua, we shall be like him. And Yahushua is gonna come back with an extraterrestrial body, man. Not a body that he had here upon the planet Earth, but an incorruptible body, man, an extraterrestrial body. And we shall be like him, meaning the elect, for we shall see him as he is. We're gonna see the real Yahushua, man, in full power. Full power, man. So this is the last scripture I'm gonna read, 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 4. For the Most High spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell, and delivered them into the chains of darkness, to be reserved unto judgment. So the angels that sinned is speaking about the Israelites, man. Speaking about the sons of the Most High, like it's saying here. For we are the sons of the Most High. And if you want to know more about this scripture, the angels that sinned, if you want to have more understanding about it, just go on YouTube. Just go on YouTube, type GMS Genesis chapter 6. Let me see. Yeah. Genesis chapter 6. The Apostle Gabar made a video 2 years ago. Genesis chapter 6. Here you got GMS joined unto me. GMS, the work at work. Beautiful. So I believe this is the brother from the main camp. Here you see a classic of the Apostle Tahar. GMS fear the Most High. Rakaya Kwam, the brother from London. So but don't watch this nonsense though. I can already see this is nonsense, man. We are the Nephilim, man. We are the angels that sinned. That's why we have been brought low to them chains of darkness, man. So it says, for the Most High spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell, and delivered them into chains of darkness, which are these bodies, these corruptible bodies, these bodies that can get sick, these bodies that die in an early age. Dying in the age of 80, 90, or 100 is an early age, man. That's nothing, man. It's weak. Moses died being 120 years, I believe, and he was in his full power, man, in his full strength, and even that is nothing. To become 1,000 years and more, that's starting to look like something, man. So we are in these chains of darkness to be reserved unto judgment. So until judgment comes, whether you make it or whether you don't make it, your body will be changed and you will be a new creation through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, or through the reincarnation of those new creations, through the seed of those new creations. So I hope this was edifying. I hope your question has been answered. And with that, see y'all in the next lesson. Shalom.